Okay. Guys, we are back with Bronze Boot Camp here this morning. Game 2, probably the last game for this morning. This is all done through the Trinity Force network. If you want to check them out, go to www.trinityforcepodcast.com. You can check out all the stuff we have over there, including 4 different podcasts dedicated to League of Legends. Also, a sign-up page for Bronze Boot Camp that goes live every week, so you can get involved in these games and get a spot for them. Bronze Boot Camp is a game mode designed to help you get better at playing. Just simply a bronze 5v5 in which these guys play. We comment so people can go back and watch the game and learn from their mistakes. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know. I like to mix up the spiel, and sometimes I forget stuff halfway through it. Can you guys think of anything else I'm missing?
No, I was joking. Sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry you were choking.
I, I will say I don't like the Jax fan.
Okay.
Personally, I feel like Jax has a really weak laning phase now since they reduced his like overall health.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
I
he's
think
not
that's fair.
he's not that scary anymore. I don't like Jax in Notion because he's one of those champions where it's like eventually like no matter how behind he is, as long as he gets a Triforce and as long as he gets experience, he'll be relevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just getting up to that point, and a lot of people. Well, I don't know, because like there's those games that just like extend way too long.
Yeah, it's like playing against Nasus. It's like it doesn't matter how far you put him behind. It's about a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Vayne, where she's really not only time reliant but very item reliant, while Nasus is just like I'm just gonna Q stack here for the next 40 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It doesn't ever seem like there's enough you can do about Nasus.
Bullshit.
I'm sure there is. I just always feel so helpless.
I feel helpless until I get QSS, and he's useless because he gets guided.
All right, so Jace locked in. That'll be interesting to see. It's been a while since we've seen a Jace. Probably in there.
It'll vary. The reason why I'm like really iffy with the champions like Jace is because unlike Nidalee, where she can kind of be a poke champion, but she can also be an all-in champion. The stupid thing about Nidalee is she basically has a Garen ultimate on her Q on a 4-second cooldown.
Yeah.
While Jace, if he gets into melee mode, you're probably gonna die. Like that, or you're
Good
trying to all
chases are
in.
good at bursting in melee.
It's just a really odd thing. Like every time Jace comes in and out of the meta, it's because of the shifting in tanks. Once tanks start coming back in, Jace leaves because the poke is good for only like a limited amount of time, after which it's just not really effective.
Yeah,
He
but
came back into meta last time with a lot of armor pen heavy builds. He's actually pretty good against tanks. I think he left the meta because they nerfed like the hell out of his W. But I nerfed it like 20 or 30% per proc. That's like 60 or 80% scaling, 60 or 90.
You still got the crits on it.
It nerfed really hard.
Yeah, I did.
I will say that like their comp right now is really it's gonna be really iffy. It's gonna be they have to get ahead or they're just gonna fall behind really hard.
Mm-hmm.
They can make up for it by like good team fights, but that's assuming that like Fiora, Jace, or a Mumu don't instantly get blown up because a Mumu's gonna have to go AP to compensate for the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm. Or at least, yeah, some penetration into his build. But on the other hand, no one's really building that tanky on the red team. Because, I mean, Vi can go... Vi can do okay just building straight tank with Cinder Hulk now. I don't know, Mundo?
Mundo, this is a really bad pick for Mundo. Mundo's good against like double AP, not double AD.
That actually might be
Scion, I like.
good.
Yeah, Sion's a good pick.
Because you can honestly just be a troll and go Frozen Heart into Randuin's and then a Thorn Mail and not care ever.
Yeah, Sion's toxic.
Give me a
Man,
second.
probably needs to shave.
I don't know, man. He's just getting a beard. He's doing no shave
He's a good
playoffs.
looking. He's like a good looking guy, but he's got like scraggly. That bothers me. There's somebody who's like a pretty good looking person, and all they have to do is fix their facial hair. Like 2 minutes in front of the mirror, and they just don't do it. It's like you're so close, man. God gave you the power.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, for those of
Fiddle
you watching
support.
VODs, Fnatic H2K is going on right now. So
Good series.
watch that stuff. That's going to be good. Let's see. I don't know. I was
Please
hoping
play
it was
it.
going to be brand support, but it doesn't look like it.
If you play AD carry team, I'm gonna have to give you a warning.
Yeah. If you play Urgot 80 carry, I'm going to give you a warning.
Confirmed. Doctor said Sion was attractive.
Okay, Vayne.
I don't like Vayne, especially with a
Well, you
Lulu.
just don't like Vayne.
Yeah, no. I will say she has a good matchup. Like she's really
Yeah.
good on like against Ezreal. I don't know, Ezreal Thresh and Ezreal Alistair. But other than that, like Vayne's really limited in her matchups. While someone like Graves and Jinx really aren't.
Yeah.
She does well against Graves.
So support Timo now on the enemy team.
Jane
Interesting.
actually does good against Lucian too. She has a couple of
I-
decent lines. Alright.
But not nearly as much.
Yeah.
So Vayne's not terrible here. If this guy's actually good at Vayne. So I play enough Vayne that I know when to pick her and when not to pick her, and it's usually when not to pick her. But all she has to do is not get hit by brand skills and like possibly build QSS because Lulu and Sion can't really pressure Vayne. This
Yeah,
is
but
not a
Lulu-
terrible
Lulu
pick
can.
if
Lulu is I
I-
love picking Lulu support into Vayne.
in lane.
Lulu.
I meant in
yeah.
a team fight.
I
Okay.
Lulu can be a really big issue for Vayne though.
Mhm.
Because they
Not
can
in
just
team
CC
fight.
lock her down if they time it properly. The Vi goes in, she ults in, and then Lulu knocks up the Vi, and then not the Vi, knocks up the Vayne, and then just combos her into oblivion.
I don't think I'm gonna see that in BA. I don't even see that in solo queue.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think like the brand's gonna be the big worry for Vayne. Honestly, Brands has enough other
She
people
needs
to
to not
focus
get
on.
hit by pillar.
Yeah, with Jace and Fiora, that can just instantly get melted down.
Vayne's biggest issue here is gonna be lane though. Alistar's a weak support in a lot of lanes, and Lulu like
Lulu's a really lane dominant support.
shits on
Yeah.
Alistar.
Yeah, so like, red team bottom lane needs to work on zoning out and
This-
bullying, especially in the early.
Yeah, this is
levels.
why Vayne is very conditional, and that's because it's not a 1v1 lane. That's the biggest issue for Vayne is it's a 2v2, and when you have lane dominant supports like Annie or Lulu that have reliable CC, you're in a really bad situation. Nami can be an issue for Vayne, but usually Vayne can like deal with her because of Condemn.
Mhm.
But like Annie and Lulu, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna stun you / polymorph you, have fun losing every trade in existence. That's where Vayne comes into problems.
Mhm. I mean, once she hits level 6, you can just use your
Polymorph or stun.
the help picks, so your ulti is half of your ulti is negated on Vayne.
Does it work on Vayne? Because
Yeah,
The-
it's
the-
true sight. You can see
even then,
anybody.
even then, Wukong, you can't see Wukong when he stealths. There are a few other champions. I guess it's a bug, but for the longest time,
yeah.
if help picks on them, it will not give you sight.
It's supposed to. I don't know. Like, there was a time when it gave so much vision if you used it on someone and they were near a ward. You'd
Ward,
see
yeah.
that ward. Yeah.
I remember that with Caitlyn Traps too.
Yeah. Weird stuff. So top lane matchup is Sion versus Fiora.
Fiora should win prior to the first back as long as she doesn't take too many E's to the face.
Yeah, once Fiora gets team match, she's in a pretty good spot. But before then, Sion can assert dominance.
Mhm.
Sion's roam is just a lot better, so he needs to
I don't know. Like, if
look for good
Fiora is
TPs.
going down the mid lane, Brand's pretty immobile to the point where if she's level 6, she shouldn't have a problem killing him.
If she makes it down to mid lane without getting Mia called, and Brand doesn't ward it, and Brand doesn't have flash, it's really Sion's just got like his CC is so much better. And on Roam, I really like CC unless you have like Rengar damage
Mm-hmm.
or ganking ability. If Fiora could go invisible, it may be different, but I don't know.
Honestly, like Fiora should win before the first back, but after the first back, Sion should have like a Warden's Mail at the very least, and at that point he can just kind of laugh in Fiora's face. Once he gets a Frozen Heart, it basically becomes a Fiora tickles me, and I'm just gonna explode my shield in her face.
Mm-hmm.
She can just get Tiamat and pots though, and Sion can't like kill her. Sion doesn't have the damage to
Yeah, well,
damage.
Sion
no,
doesn't need to kill her though.
No,
That's the
no.
whole thing.
Honestly, Sion can kill her, and that's the problem. Is it all depends on Fiora. If she gets too cocky and she's like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna try to kill the Sion," and the Sion's just like, "Okay, I'm just gonna whittle away at you." Sion can kill Fiora, and I've done it many times, and it usually comes because the Fiora is too confident in her damage.
Yeah,
And
well, I
ju-
mean, you could say any matchup's gonna kill like X or Y if they misplay. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
but that's less on misplay, and that's more like it's especially on someone like Fiora where she really doesn't have an escape, and Fiora gets punished really hard for it. The problem is she's Fiora, so her ultimate kind of says, "Oh, cool, I'm behind. I'm still gonna be relevant."
Yeah, it's hard to even talk too much about the lane because they're both easy to gank, so it may come down to jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Sion's a lot harder to gank
Okay.
compared to Fiora though, because at least at level 6, because Sion kind of has that GTFO card.
Mm-hmm. So besides that, mid lane, Jace versus Brand.
Skill matchup. I
Yeah.
have no idea how good these guys are at their champions.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
honestly,
like all about how much Jace can be aggressive.
And jungle. Like,
Yeah, but I
Brand
mean,
can
like,
win a lot of
especially
lanes
Level
until he gets
1.
camped.
I mean, if Jace isn't using both of his skills at level 1, and you just like forced out because of Brand landing one skill, I guess a lot of times people will just get a little bit chunked in the beginning, and they don't realize, oh, that person doesn't have anything else they can do now. And
Yeah.
Brand can just passively win. the
Yeah,
game
if
now.
Jace goes Dorrance, he's gonna get screwed. If like he goes Dorrance and Brand just trades really hard level 1, Jace will lose lane. If Jace goes long 3, he has or a flask, he's a shot.
Mhm.
Brand will always be no matter what lane Brand is in, it's almost never a one-sided matchup because it's all about what Brand can land and what he
Brand
can
is so good at trading though.
Oh yeah.
He's really good at trading.
That's why I love taking Brand support.
You Brand
No!
pop, baby.
No, stop it.
Dude, have you watched there's a guy
Are you
named
scared of it?
No,
there's
I
a guy
just,
named
I just hate like AP carries their supports. Like that's why I hate Vel'Koz.
there's a guy named Batju, man. He plays Brand top and Xerath mid. And he's like probably top 30 challenger, but he cycles between like top 30 and like top 10.
Mhm.
But
Guys,
he plays a mean Brand top.
guys, stop getting your skills at base.
Yeah,
He's-
it's not
We
helping.
did
Yeah.
it.
Was I will say that Breadside did a good job at not doing that.
Yeah. we learned it.
Okay, let's see
Summoner's
here.
Rift up in this motherfucker.
So what do you think about lifesteal Quints
On who? 80 carry? Bad.
on Jace?
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad, yeah.
You want armor pen or AD?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Especially,
May.
I don't know. He just has one lifesteal Quint.
It
That's
does
really
nothing.
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
In my opinion, right now, lifesteal quints are kind of too small to be relevant.
It'd be nice to
Even-
get that 0.5% buff back.
Before
Yeah.
they got nerfed, people like kind of stopped running them. People switched to the attack speed page like a little bit before they got nerfed, and then they got nerfed. It's like, LOL, we're never gonna build these again.
Yeah, I could see it coming back if they got like that extra 0.5 just to help with sustain in lane.
On some champions, I
yeah.
think a lot of like Kate would never run them again. Graves
No.
won't run them. Vayne may.
Minions
Actually, attack
spawn.
speed on Vayne lets you 2v2 pretty well though.
Mhm.
You kind of give up lane if you don't go attack speed Quints. I don't know who would run them anymore. Tristana? I don't know.
So,
Let's look at runes.
okay, so bot lane, there's
Graves
Lucian-
doesn't have armor. That's really
Lucian,
bad.
Lucian might actually.
Yeah. I don't like just staying down here. Oh, well, there's the lane anyways. It's better to try to just play defensive around your river early on, because you're not one of those people that can do level 1 cheese in the brushes.
I will say in this situation, Fiora really should have gone for her Q. Because your Q's really strong, especially against tanky champions like at level 1. Because you can either hop onto a minion and then hop onto your target, or you can hop onto your target and then hop away so that you don't get hit by the minion aggro too hard.
Grant's doing. Brand needs to go really hard on 2. I would say just everyone playing these games in general really work on hitting 2 first, and when you hit 2 first, like scaling fast and doing something. I should never see someone hit their 2 creep and walk backwards.
Yeah. So your 2 creep, technically, like, if you like specifically, it's 9 creeps. It's 6. Yeah, it's 6 melees
7.
and 3 casters.
It's whatchamacallit, it's the 7th creep mid and top. Yeah,
Oh,
7.
I'm talking bottom lane. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different if you're in duo and solo. Alright. Alistar and Vayne just need to play back with this wave. Lucian gave them a gift by like pushing this into the tower.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing like trying to get more aggression on that first wave to hit level 2 first, but then you have to really sort of back off and
Hope that they push it back into you.
yeah. I mean, at least then it shoves it like so little. Like if it's 1 minion advantage, it's not going to go any farther than a little bit past the river.
I like this Amumu gank a lot. Oh, he should wait a second.
There's too many minions that are just getting hammered on them right now.
He had no reason to go for a Q. Alright, so when you know Alistar's gonna land his QW in that instance on Lulu, save your Q for Lulu's flash. Don't lead with it. Like if you have a skill you can save your flash, save it.
The best way to explain it is in situations where the laners are obviously unresponsive to your gank. You always want to save your distance closers for whenever they flash or use their distance.
Also, he could have waited another second or 2 for that wave to get off tower, because that wasn't the best time to gank.
That was a lot of damage. If they went to try to trade it, I think they could have at least gotten a kill on, like, say, Alistar, with all that minion aggro.
He had the right idea, though, because if you go through try, sometimes you need to sprint through try, because it might be warded. So, it wasn't the worst.
Fiora had a good idea when she tried out a trade Sion there, but she kind of poorly executed it. She backed off immediately. She should have kind of kept hitting him as he was walking away and then disengaged.
Brandon needed 1 more auto attack.
Oh.
Dead.
That's good. That's good recognition on his part coming back after Lulu flashed. I like to see that. When you use like so like playing League, there's certain thresholds where you hit where you just have aha moments. An aha moment for me jungling is when I started timing flashes.
Yeah.
It's just you're playing a different game at that point. Especially mid and late game, like if you're playing Vi and you're timing the AD carries flash, that changes what you do in a team fight so much, and it's not even early game. Flash is pretty important in League of Legends. Jace came back with tier. That's worse. I would have gone tier health pot. Tier mana pot's kind of silly.
I mean, there's like sometimes I see people just load up on mana pots just to try to hit that spike as soon as possible off the tier. But when you're doing that, you really need to just be spamming your skills as much as possible.
Coming back to lane without a health pot against Brand is just really cocky.
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with that part.
Yeah. Woo.
But as Brand, like when he backs now, you have to realize since Jace went tier, you have a point now where any trade that you went in, you're probably going to win now.
Brand's way lower health.
Oh, so close.
Brand's lower health, but he could actually. Oh, he ate more harass. I was gonna say he hit 6 first. He had no reason to play like passively and get hit with Jace Qs. He should have just tried to body Jace and ult him.
And Lulu's actually taking care of her job and being really poke heavy and scary.
But just shoving the lane a little too much.
Honestly,
needs to leave.
at this point, yeah, Alistair needs to go, or he needs to stick to his turret, and and Lulu has to help shove. Like,
Yeah, you want
they've
to
already
always try and be in bot lane together.
Like, they've already got the wave pushed up that far. There's no reason for Lulu to be like
Yeah.
prepared to leave and then like stop her leaving after they've shoved the wave that far, but not completely.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, I guess he can heal up. I would like to see him just be with Vayne though. Unless you like really extenuating circumstances, if you're 80 carry B, he's probably just like B.
Mhm.
Unless you have a good roam, that's also.
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
a good option.
But it needs to be a really good roam, because if it's not good, then you leave your 80 carry 1v2
Mhm.
while you go back and buy.
Yeah, and like if I'm ever in this situation, I will use everything in my power to kill that 80 carry. Then in a 2v1, like I've seen people like close like half the distance between like the towers just to go off of that 80 carry in a 2v1 because you know you have the advantage and you'll
Yeah.
probably get a kill.
Or you can just like freeze it really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Lane control is big against Vayne too, because she's a hard time matching lane control. If you want to do certain things with the creeps or the wave, Lucian can do it way faster and way more effectively than Vayne.
Like,
And that's one of the big reasons Vayne isn't as popular right now, is because her wave clear is really bad.
Well, it's never been good.
Yeah. Oh, Lucian. QBF sword. Alright, this is okay.
oh, okay, that was a good help me picks into
Mm-hmm.
for slow. Lulu needs to be pressuring more with her autos. That's the biggest issue right now.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason why Alistair should be at anywhere more than like 50% health when he gets that close up to minions. And Alistair, you shouldn't be that close up to minions to begin with.
Let's see if Vi does with their 6. She knows a Moon's bot, so she needs to match pressure. Whoa,
Whoa,
Jason.
Thanks to that, so they know it's good.
That's good. As Jace, if Brand walks up to you on a creep wave and does that, you need to bail. Like, he kind of told you the jungler was there way before the jungler was there.
Fiora, you kind of need to make up your mind. If you're gonna go aggro, go aggro.
Mhm.
If you're not, you're not. You backing out in the middle of your decision just makes you have like one-sided trades.
Don't waste money on boots against Scion, too. They don't really do anything. You either want, like, pots or another longsword.
Well, actually, he's maxing out his Q, so it's not that horrible an idea. Like you have your Q to like be able to bounce away from it, but I don't know.
Boots are just not. I mean, they're kind of overrated in top lane in a lot of
Oh,
matchups.
top lane, it depends on the champion. Like on certain champions where you really need that movement to like kite, like ranged champions generally, you really. At least I personally like boots, but that's because I'm greedy.
I used to like move speed a lot. Aaron move speed points on a lot of my pages, and I realized that like getting actual items, I could just win the lane or win the game and snowball harder. But so some champions you have to take them though. Like I still run them on Rise, sometimes on Annie in certain matchups, but most of the time, unless the champion really needs it. Whoa. Jace is doing good with that Extrinker though, I like to buy. The biggest thing Jace needs to pay attention to is he blew flash, or he just blew flash. When you blow flash, you need to make sure you're rewarded on both sides, or at least one side and play to that side.
Mm-hmm.
If I goes in on that, she's dead.
Maybe not.
Interesting.
Well, honestly, even I didn't expect that brand to come back to her aid, but
That's good. The Jace really needs to get his burst combo down. I think they could have double killed that.
if he would have actually landed everything, yeah, he probably would have. But he also shouldn't have gone melee mode on the ward when he easily can go ranged.
Lalaki, this is game 2. In chat.
Oh. Condemn.
Yeah,
Okay, no condemn.
didn't need it.
This is a tiny thing in Moon, but when you go in like that A click into the bush, sometimes the extra auto will help you. Or just the
Also,
movement so you're on top of them.
Mumu boots crucial on jungle.
Yo, blasting rod. No.
Blasting rod is a kind of inefficient item. as
He's
far
going
as
up
AP
bit.
goes.
He's rushing Abyssal, and like he really should. Like, if he wanted to get AP, he should have just rushed Magus.
Yeah.
His
Especially-
team has no AP. Abyssal doesn't help him.
Especially, God, Magus is such a good item. Like
Yeah,
20%
CDR.
CDR, yeah.
Yeah, matches is nice. It's more of an early game of Moon build than Juggernaut.
And this is now Fiora probably gonna die if Sion keeps yeah.
Try and think about spells reactively. You didn't want to flash after Scion ult there, you wanted to try and flash the next punt. This Scion with that. She kept him on her tower for a long time. I think Scion may have been able to kill her though.
No, he would have, but he misplayed. He himself misplayed that a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Alright. Brandon's doing good taking tower. I don't like the dagger on Fiora. I think she just needs lifesteal. I don't like lifesteal a ton. Lifesteal or armor pen, not attack speed.
She's going for her tier 2 boots. That's
Yeah. She needs mercs too bad this game. Not Zerx. I don't like Zerx on Fiora. She's kind of like an ult and a spell bot. Her auto attacks are good if you can get them off, but you can't reliably do it
Yeah,
sometimes.
as the game goes on, when you're building this switch, it's better to just use yourself as like an ult bot. And if you can get some, between your Qs and your ult, that's all it is.
that, or you try to pick off the support or AD carry, because those are the two people you can really 1v1.
Yeah. Oh, I'm probably gonna, if he gets the jump on the brand, he can kill brand too.
They nerfed her a while back though. They made her ult single target quite a bit worse, but it's better in groups.
No, all the way around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's better
Made it
single
worse.
target.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I guess I just don't see much Fiora.
Yeah, they
it's
kind of got
odd.
tired. They kind of got tired of Fiora being the pentakill bot, so then they moved it over to Katarina, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here you go."
That's like a regional nerf. I think she's really good in China or something.
Well, she's always been a really good solo queue pick in NA as well.
Yeah. There's a guy in China though. I remember one of my friends telling me about it. He's like the #1 Elo booster in China, and he only played like Fiora at rank 1.
Huh.
It's-
Okay.
And a lot of people started doing it.
Alright, so let's talk. Oh, okay. Hi there.
He got a bit ahead of himself, I will say.
Yeah.
Jace really shouldn't be going into this. Like Sion shouldn't be running away either. Sion's
Yeah, that's
strong
true.
enough where he can just punch Fiora in the face and she'll explode.
Oh, bot lane. That's interesting. Vayne knows Polymorph is down. She should just own them with the whole.
Yeah, at this point, Vayne is super ahead. Even if she didn't have 2 kills, like it's gone.